Here you go, mate. The full bulletin in British English with that irreverent, shaky tone and straight from the other bloody shore. Today, economy news: the circus rolls on. Bank of England could raise, and no one knows why they're clapping. They slashes into 4%, lovely, right? Mortgage, they hold their share, but inflation is not going anywhere. Love is limbering up to hit 4% by September, and your saving poof gone like a minister morals. Inflation rise like bread without bread. Everything up but your bloody salary, energy, even bought rule is starting to feel luxury. But don't worry, they say it's just temporary. So if your patient, darling, homeless ministers, a bit tenants the kit. You can't spread it the minister for the homeless jacket up brand on her old tenants, booted them out, then resigned respectfully, of course, probably off to her second home in the Cotswolds. Other news: Europe bleeding jobs thanks to China, but hey, ships imports over 2,000 uh, 240,000 manufacturing jobs gone in the European Union. China flooding the market with bargains, and Brussels says nothing. They're so busy polishing their climate targets with factories closed one by one. Okay, Europe first trails behind the US, shocking no one, while the giants are sprinting ahead. Euro's war drones are busy writing diversity reports and praying for society's growth. Productivity? Nah. Too busy with press releases. So, what do you think? Is this leadership or polite collage with a PowerPoint presentation? Is you made it this far without race kitty? Keep us like, share the madness, and subscribe to only channel still asking what the hell is going on. The Bank of England could raise were all meant to celebrate. So the big brains at the board decided in their infinity wisdom to cut interest rates to 4%. Sound generous, right? As said, it was a 5-4 split vote, practically a coin toss. And what do we get? More tax relief for some. Savers got it. Inflation chuckling in the background like it's just won the lottery. The official line stimulating growth. Really? They're juggling fire with petrol sockets globes. Inflation set to hit 4% by September, and nobody's got a clue what happened next, least of all the suits running the show. In the same time, coffers living a spectacle without a push line. You fancy a sandwich that'll be you ways way. Prices are climbing faster than a cat out the tree during fireworks night. Petrol's up, groceries are up, rent. You need a second job just to read indoors. And yet the chancellor says we are on a track. Yeah, straight into the wall. Other news is the homeless minister. Yes, really? Evit her own tenants. This one's not satire. Is where the actual minister for homeless booted her tenants out, hiked the rent, the resident under pressure, conflict, or interest abuse. Public apology. A press release with three adjectives. Accountability, please. That's a word they kid look in the basement at Westminster. Other news is Euros manufacturing meltdown made in China. Across the channel is no party either. The ACB is warning that over uh, 240,000 jobs has been wiped from Eurozone manufacturing thanks to cheap China's import vehicles and chemical hit hardest. Unions barking, government shrugging the response, monitoring the situation, whatever that means. Meanwhile, China sells euro good price gadgets. We send them our industry on a silver platter, brilliant strategy that Europe companies falling behind while reading policies no one reads, while US firms rocket ahead with 9% earnings growth. Euro companies are stuck in some meetings about strategic alignment, innovation, buried under 10 layers of paperwork. Competitiveness, the somewhere in Brussels solution, task force and advisor panels, the usual waffle. Final throws, it is stability gives me a revolution. This isn't governance, this is theater. And we are all extras in their pantomime. They lower race, rise, hopes, drains wallets, and speed spinning like we should be grateful. So, is you are tired of the same old headlines, wrapped in bureaucracy and sprinkled with nonsense, stay with me. Like, share, subscribe, because someone's got to say what they want. Where the money goes, and why it makes no sense. 1.5 million for electric cars in Albanian prisons. Yes, you heard. That's right. While folk in Manchester can afford the bus, the UK Foreign Office is shipping 1.5 million worth of electric vehicles to Albania jails. Includes electric Porsches, just so Albania can contribute no net zero. Meanwhile, the UK Army is still begging for proper bots. So we can hit homes, but where electrifying cells block in Tirana. If this is diplomacy, I am an astronaut. Other news is 25,000 for a tennis court in Kuwait. As disabled Brits have their benefits slashed, the UK government used approach 25,000 to renovate a tennis court at the British embassy in Kuwait. Because clearly forehand practice takes priority over food banks. Next up, indoor spa upgrades for diplomats with stressful work clothes. Honestly, if you are cold, hungry, and hopeless, maybe apply to be a ball boy in Kuwait. Other news is string studies in Bangladesh. 133,000 gone swimming, while pensioners freeze through winter. The UK sent 123,000 to study sheer hell in Bengal. You know, in case the prawns aren't emotional coping with climate change, no war on whether the shrimp are munitioning or feeling grievance. This apparently is climate action. Just don't ask where your council bid collation went. Other news is 50 million for climate smart jobs in Uganda. We're also funding climate employment exchange overseas. 50 million worth. To be precise, Uganda agriculture gets green upgrades. British workers get green with envy. The Chancellor say it's global responsibility. We say it's national amnesia. You own nothing, eat insects, and still pay for Uganda climate jobs. Cheers, mate. And if you are wondering why your taxes are sky high, look no further. Gender mainstreaming for the Jordanian Armed Force. Uh, 575,000 research in Gypsy identified in the UK. 200,000 helping tiny Pacific island access climate finance. Another cool 1 million. Because nothing scream breathing priorities like fishing, shrimp trauma, embassy tennis, and Embania eco prisons, all while your neighborhood shop turns into a them. Closing ran the circus never left. It just got funding. This isn't just incompetence, this is Bungetari theater. With us as the punchline, and every time we ask Where is the money going? They answer, abroad, obviously. Shut up and pay more taxes. Also, eat less meat. So, if you are still here, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and tell your mates this is the other side. They don't watch, they don't want you to hear. Thank you, I see you.